Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Talk to Georgian live chat. Welcome to 2021. We're starting a whole new year of live chats, another semester. We're so excited to have you join us today. So my name is Jenny Thompson. I am the social media specialist here at Georgian College. And today we're going to be talking all about that winter 2021 semester. So what's happening with orientation? It's on now. And what do you need to know about our student services? So in just a minute, we're going to be bringing in a couple of wonderful guests today. First, we're going to have Aisha O'Connor, who's a first-year experience and transition officer here at Georgian. So she is one of the lovely people behind all of our orientation activities. And then we are going to be bringing in Jake Chevrier, who's a tutoring advisor with libraries and academic success here at Georgian. So he's going to chat with all about those student services. What can you access even if you're remote? Even if you're in a different time zone, what do you have that's accessible to you? Thank you so much for joining us. I'm seeing lots of people sending in waves. Hello. Thank you so much. If you have any questions at any point during our chat today, just put them down below in the comment box, and we'll do our best to get through as many as we can today. So you might be wondering what is included in winter 2021 orientation. What's involved in the schedule. In the past, we've had just a single day of orientation, and now we have over a week of activities. So we're going to check in about that. What if students have questions after orientation? What do you do then? How can they get help? So we're going to touch on that as well, and how can you get the answers that you need and the help that you need. And what kind of student services like library and tutoring do students have access to right now? So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. We are going to tell you what we all have to offer for you. So again, as I said, please post your comments and questions in the chat box below, and we'll do our best to get through as many as we can today. And now, before we begin, we often do get a lot of questions from our international students or questions about just looking for some international updates. So I want to put up a couple contacts for you. So if you do have any questions about that, quarantine questions or any kind of housing questions, you're going to want to contact intlhousing@GeorgianCollege.ca. And if you have any general international questions, that can be anything from just, what's it like to be an international student at Georgian to questions about visas and travel and, insurance and everything in between. Please reach out to our international team at international@GeorgianCollege.ca. So those are definitely, bookmark those if you need some help. You can also check out our international team on Instagram. That's at IC Georgian, the letters IC Georgian. They are a fantastic team on there. They post a lot of great updates and information on there that our international students need to know, as well as domestic students. Check it out. There's a great community on there, great people, and they're posting really interesting stuff. As well, they also run a live chat 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So feel free, jump in to our live chat there, ask your questions, connect with our international team, and stay connected. So as always as well, a fantastic resource is our website. So if you do have any questions beyond today, even about anything that we've covered today, as well as anything else that maybe we didn't have a chance to touch on, please visit our website. It's GeorgianCollege.ca. And I'm just going to give you a quick little tour of where you can find some of the most important stuff heading into our winter 2021 semester. So again, it's GeorgianCollege.ca is our website. And this is it here. So there's tons and tons of information on here. There's different headings up here to help you just narrow down what you're looking for: academics, admissions, money, student life, community. There is a separate page for international students as well that you can click on here just to learn more information about your specific situation. If you scroll down, you'll see lots of other information, including about our virtual open house, which is coming up. That is on Saturday, January 23 from 9 to 4. It's going to be a fantastic opportunity. You can apply for free. If you RSVP, which you can do at this link here, you can actually win up to $5,000 toward your tuition. So, give it, why not, right? So we're going to have tons of academic sessions on there, talking about other sessions about employer partnerships in the communities, as well as student services and all kinds of stuff. So it's definitely worth checking out. Anyway, but the main thing I wanted to bring your attention to is this bright orange bar across the top of the website. You can't miss it. GeorgianCollege.ca. And this is where we're going to post some really important links. So the first one is Winter 2021 program delivery information. So if you click on there, it's going to take you to this page here. And you can see a breakdown here just to show you an easier way to find some information. But what I want to show you is our program search tool. So if you click on there or just scroll down, you're going to find this really handy chart. And as you can see, it's just basically a list of all of our programs by program code, name, location, year, semester, all that stuff. And so it shows you here whether it is remote or in person. So you can go up to this tab here, type in your program, and it will show you exactly whether you are going to be on campus or doing everything remotely this coming semester. As well, back up at that top orange bar, you can go to what to expect on campus. So if you click on there, that's going to bring you here. And this is actually going to show you exactly what you need to know if you are going to be on campus. So everything from who's allowed on campus to what you need to do before you arrive. There is a training module on Blackboard. It doesn't take very long, but you do need to complete that before you can get onto campus. Everything from safety protocols to parking. Some students are going to be needing to register for a free parking pass. So you're going to want to check that out if you're driving to campus. Designated entrances, what's open and closed. There's tons of information on here. So we definitely really recommend checking this out. You can find more information here. There's that training module, as well as our Safe at Georgian app, which feel free to download that. We really recommend that. There is a COVID-19 screening assessment tool, which will help you get onto campus quicker. It just takes about 30 seconds or so it's not long at all. And there's also different kinds of updates and information you can find on there, as well as this video from Chris Varney, who we've had on these live chats in the past, just telling you what to expect on campus as well. So there's tons of information there to check out. And the last thing is just our COVID-19 update page. So, we know there's a lot of changes. Things can change day to day or week to week. So for sure, check this website, this link here. If you go, you can click here, or you can go to GeorgianCollege.ca/coronavirus. And this will give you all the latest information from Georgian. So a lot of our commonly asked questions are answered on here. So definitely check it out. Their chances are we have already posted the information you need. There's key dates up at the top. And then on the side, you can see it's broken down by different categories, student services, by semester, registrar's office, all that stuff. As well, there is information for international students. So if you click on there, that will take you to a separate page, actually, that breaks things down for you even further. So this has all the latest information for international students. And as you can see, there's info on those live chat sessions, as well as everything from, fees, immigration, travel, housing, all that good stuff, as well as the latest info from us and the Government of Canada. So again, tons of information there. Awesome. And if you are studying remotely as well, we know a lot of our students are studying remotely, you can go to GeorgianCollege.ca/remote, and that will take you to this page as well. And this is where you can find even more supports for you, and as well how to contact our student services. So we're going to be chatting about that bit more later, but you can see them all listed here as we are running all of our student services remotely. Awesome. So I've given you so much information there. So if you've missed anything or like, hey, where was that again, or whatever, please know that we are going to be posting this live chat to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I feel like I'm forgetting something, and Instagram afterward this afternoon. So you can always revisit that later at any time. Share that with your friends and family from there. So we're going to be jumping into some questions now. So again, if you have any questions at any point, feel free to just put them in the comment section below, and we'll do our best to get through as many as we can. So first, we're going to be bringing in who's a first-year experience and transition officer. Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Good. It's nice to see you.
It's nice to see you too.
I don't know if I did a long enough spiel. We're 10 minutes in already.
That's okay.
But thank you so much for joining us. So orientation is underway. It's very exciting. We've got them for over, I guess, a week and a half rather than a single day this time around. So what's still going on that students can take part in?
Yeah, for sure. So is it really echoey right now? Because I can move.
No, you're not echoing
okay.
for me.
It sounds like it on my end. Awesome. Okay, well, yeah, so we're coming to the end of Head Start, but there are definitely some really important sessions still coming up. So currently happening right now, we are having some campus-specific welcomes. So if you are attending the Owen Sound campus, South Georgian Bay, or Orangeville, they are all doing their campus-specific welcomes right now. But then later on today, we still have, if you have any questions about your Georgian College student insurance, that is happening this evening. And then we have our last Ask a Peer session happening this evening as well. So we've been having great attendance with those, and that session is a great opportunity to meet some of our student leaders and get to hear about what the true student experience is like at Georgian. And then tomorrow wraps up our final schedule for Head Start, but some really important sessions tomorrow. So tomorrow morning we kick off with our International Center. So I know we have many international students online here and probably watching this right now. So if you still have questions for our international team, please join us tomorrow. Following that session, we'll have our co-op and careers team. So we've been having lots of engagement and questions about what does co-op look like. And then we have a session about stress and mental health. So our counseling team will be on to let you know how they can support you virtually. And then finally, we're going to wrap up with the Office of the Registrar, which I know is a big one. And I know students still have lots and lots of questions. So I encourage you to stay tuned to that schedule tomorrow, because that'll be the final opportunity to interact with us in our Head Start schedule.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we do have a question here from Kamolidin Ravikov, who is asking, could you tell about admission requirements? And so obviously it varies for admission, but it sounds like a couple of those sessions would be great for them to check out.
Yeah, Office of the Registrar for sure. So they do their best to do an overview of what they can help and assist with, but then they try really hard to be pretty active in the chat. So if your question isn't too specific, they'll do their best to be able to help and support in that session. But it's a great way to connect and maybe be able to reach out to them offline as well, depending on what your situation is like. So definitely come to the Office of the Registrar session, because your answer might get questioned right in that session, or your question might be answered right in that session.
And Shub, I don't know how to pronounce that, Shub, is asking, what time are the International Center sessions tomorrow? Sorry, but the name there.
Yeah, no worries. So it is 9 to 11 a.m. So Eastern Standard Time. So whatever that conversion looks like for students who are on here. But we start right in the beginning of tomorrow at 9 a.m. with our international team.
Mm-hmm. And so let's lead right in then to, where can people actually find these sessions? How do they get involved?
For sure. So we've been promoting this the whole time. So our student portal, I know you'll hear Jenny talk about the student portal lots and lots on here. The student portal is your best friend. Please get comfortable with it and how to navigate it. So on the student portal, and I'm away from my computer right now, sorry, Jenny, so I actually can't navigate it right now.
Oh, it's okay.
But on the student portal, if you go under GCSA/student life, you'll see a tab there that says winter orientation. So that is the best way to get access to our schedule. And perfect, Jenny is right on it there. And you can access the links right on that page. Or if you prefer, we've also created an interactive PowerPoint. So exactly what our PDF, sorry. So those are those green buttons there, Jenny, where folks can download to see what their program specific orientation is like. But today is the last day for program specific. So not to worry. If you just want to engage with our Head Start programming, Jenny, if you scroll down, perfect. That calendar right on the right-hand side, those are all of our events that are still to come. So you can click right on those and it has the link to join. And then I will give a little bit of a encouragement of folks for Monday, because Monday is the first day of classes for the majority of our students. And so we actually have a welcoming keynote set in place to welcome and to really kick off the winter semester. So if you continue to scroll down on that page, Jenny, and we'll move this up after tomorrow, we have a link to our welcome and keynote session. So this is where you'll get a chance to hear from our GCSA in welcoming you. Our president and CEO of Georgian College will be there to welcome you, as well as we have a keynote whose name is Juan Bandana, who is awesome, is a fun DJ, and is going to do an interactive welcome and keynote address for us virtually to get us excited and motivated to start off the winter semester. So that'll be 9 to 10 a.m. in the morning. So that's for anyone, not just new students, for anyone who's interested in participating and coming out to see. We encourage you to come to that on Monday.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. And I just want to show, if anyone is curious, like where the heck can I find the student portal? If you just go to our website, again, GeorgianCollege.ca, and then just right up at the top right is login. So if you click there, that's where you're going to find all, there's Banner, Blackboard. You're going to get familiar with all of these. But there's the student portal there. So you can log in through there, and it will take you to that homepage that's got all that handy information on there.
Perfect.
Cool. And we do have a question actually here from Vinay Shukla, who's asking about peer mentors, and they have questions about that. They didn't specify a question, but that I was going to ask you about that because that does fall under you guys. So how can students get involved with the peer mentor program?
For sure. So in case you don't know anything about our peer mentor program are basically upper year students who are trained and ready and motivated to help new students transition to Georgian College successfully. So they are awesome peer-to-peer support. And really how I like to describe this program is the peer mentor program supports with social and emotional support. So particularly in this virtual environment, where we do not get to physically see people all of the time, it can be hard to connect with people. And so this is a great opportunity to connect with some of our student leaders, as well as some other new students who you might not have an opportunity to connect with outside of your classroom, because you're not passing them in the hall, you're not meeting people in the cafeteria. So our mentors are actually matched with a group of new students so that is your opportunity to connect with other peers. So the one thing I do like to tell students is you do have to apply to be a part of the program, because we don't automatically enroll new students in just because some people aren't interested in the program, and that's okay as well. So if you're interested in being matched with one of our lovely peer mentors, if you go on the student portal again, underneath GCSA/Student Life, you will see a tab that says Peer Mentors. Click on that, and right on that page, our application sits there to say apply for a peer mentor. And all you have to do is answer a couple of questions. Perfect. We should see peer mentors. Yep, awesome. And then you scroll down just a little bit and you'll see our application right in the middle of the page. How to apply, step 2. There we go. So that's the application, and it'll come to my team and we will match you as soon as possible. So our peer mentors have actually already been matched with a bunch of new students just because we've had applications coming in since December, which is really exciting. And the first group meetings happened this week, but not to worry, you can apply at any point when you're feeling ready to be a part of the program. So we will match you if it's next week or the week after. It's not a problem. We will match you with a mentor, and they will be able to introduce you and connect you with their other mentees as well.
Ah, perfect. And we do have a question here from Kimberlite Enterprises, just asking about whether companies can be part of a mentoring program. I guess it's more students though, right?
Yes. So this is a Georgian peer-to-peer students, but if there's some folks on here with some ideas, you can feel free to connect with me, and you can email peermentors@GeorgianCollege.ca. So I'm not sure what that idea is like, and so I'm willing to hear some ideas out there. But yes, it is Georgian students supporting other Georgian students.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'll also mention you can always reach out to our alumni team as well, because they're always looking to connect students and alumni with different opportunities and networking experiences and all that. So that's just alumni@GeorgianCollege.ca. Easy peasy. So, and then heading back to orientation a little bit. So if anybody misses any of the sessions, so they were really interested in one, but they couldn't get there or whatever it is, how can they get information on that? Or say, even if they want to get more information later on?
Yep, great question. So right on the student portal, right where Jenny was on our orientation page, one of the tabs says recordings. And so that is the page where we've uploaded all of our recordings for our Head Start programming. So if you've missed any, or if there's a service that you really wanted to hear about but didn't get a chance to join us, or even students might be experiencing some networking issues, it's totally okay. We have all of those recordings uploaded there. I will say, as each day comes through, the recordings take a little bit to download. So sometimes students are expecting them up there right away, and we're trying our best to get them up there, but they will be there and available for the entirety of the winter semester. So you can always have access to these videos all the way through till April, until we start preparing for summer orientation.
Perfect. Super helpful. So you can refer to them anytime. That's fantastic.
And I should also say, Jenny, sorry, just for folks who maybe missed their academic orientation yesterday, because we did have several programs who had their academic orientation yesterday. So program coordinators who facilitated those sessions were also encouraged to record those sessions and upload them on your Blackboard shell. So just to stay tuned to that as you're checking Blackboard in the next couple of days, because I know your classes will start to become available on there, and your program coordinators will also start to upload those videos there so that you can see and have access to those academic orientation pieces as well.
Okay, perfect. And there is a question here as well from Harpreet, who's asking, when will orientation for business management start? And I believe,
so that's this afternoon. That's at 2 p.m.
So in about half an hour, you can jump right into that. So
exactly. I will say, for any business, automotive, rec, and tourism students who are on here, your academic orientation will take place on Hopin. I know we've been having lots of questions in our virtual chat about what the heck is Hopin, because it's a little different than Microsoft Teams or WebEx. So I promise you, on your orientation package where Jenny was showing you on that page, there is a green button that says automotive, business management, automotive, rec and tourism, whatever that long title is. That is your specific orientation schedule. So take a look in there, because there are instructions on how to set up an account for Hopin. It's very easy. But you still have to set up an account before you can get into the session. So we're trying to get that out to students. So if you just scroll up, Jenny, to those green buttons, and down, and the PDF is available. So continue to go up, up, up at the top of the page. Awesome. And click on the business. Yeah. So I believe that in there, it's like page 10 where it tells you when your program is and the links. There are instructions on how to get to Hopin. So there's been lots of questions this morning as well about, do I use my personal email or my Georgian College student email to set up my Hopin account? Please use your student email. Get in the habit of using your student email. And the reason for that is because our Hopin account is correlated with your Georgian student email account. Okay, so please, please, please make sure. And on the page there, Jenny, right there, I think there's an option to contact some folks as well. And there's instructions there. Note, please use your Georgian College email account as well. So if you're having any technical difficulties, we're going to be on the virtual chat to support students. So if you haven't set up your account and you're working your way through that, feel free to use the virtual chat, which is right on the main page. So Jenny, if you go to the Georgian 101 page that you were just on our orientation site, the very first one. Yeah, so the virtual chat is open right in the middle there where it says we're online. That's where students can connect. And we have a bunch of staff online monitoring that chat as well. So if you're trying to figure out how to do this, no problem, we're there to support you. But again, it's Hopin, and then you use your student email to set up a free account. So nothing too crazy. We've been having some questions about what happens after I set my account up. Then what you'll do is you'll go to your schedule and you'll click on our link, because the link that is in the schedule is the Hopin link that is associated with you in your program orientation. So just a tad bit of an extra step, but we just want to make sure that students know how to access that.
Perfect. So we've got to jump over to our other guest. I didn't know if you wanted to say any last words, just about, I know we've got a new Blackboard orientation module or anything like that that students should know about.
Yeah, for sure. So everyone who is a new student has been enrolled in a new orientation Blackboard shell. So if you haven't already, I would encourage you to take a look in there. It has a ton of great resources. So how I like to describe it is our portal is all about the student orientation experience. The Blackboard shell is really meant to be a great resource for you throughout your semester. So key contacts for you to know, all of these great how-to videos that the registrar's office has put together, how to set yourself up to study remotely, all of those great stuff. So if you haven't had a chance to take a look at it, please do. It is on your Blackboard shell. If you are a new student who is enrolled and registered, it'll automatically be updated on your Blackboard. So if you hadn't had a chance to log into Blackboard, please do, because it should show up on your shell.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, thanks, Jenny, for having me. I appreciate it. And thank you, students on the line. Continue to engage with us. We're so excited to welcome you to Georgian.
Awesome. All right. Thanks. Take care.
Bye.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aisha, for joining us today. So we're motoring right along. We've gone over lots of information about orientation. If you're just joining us, we are chatting all about the winter 2021 semester. We just chatted with Aisha O'Connor all about orientation, Head Start, peer mentor program, tons of information on those things. And then, so now we're going to be jumping into sort of what you need to know about student services. And if you've missed any questions, or if you want to go over anything later or share any of this with family and friends, we are going to be posting this live chat to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube afterward on our Georgian accounts. So I'm sharing it on there, so you can for sure share it from there. And that would be great. As well, if you have any further questions about any of this information or anything else related to Georgian, feel free to check out our website, GeorgianCollege.ca. There's tons and tons of information on there, lots of resources. And as we went over with Aisha, tons of resources, again, on our student portal as well. So log in there, take a look around. All of your orientation activities are listed on there as well. Great. So now we're going to be bringing in Jake Chevrier. Let's see here. Great, who is a tutoring advisor with libraries and academic success here at Georgian College. Hi, Jake.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Back that out a little. I'm good.
I know, I'm always, when someone comes on, I'm always way closer than I knew I was. So let's jump right in. I know we're running long, I guess, on time already. We're rusty, I'm rusty, heading back into live chats. So Georgian does offer tons of student services and supports. How can our students, either current or future, find out more info about what we actually have to offer so they can take advantage of those?
Yeah, it's true. Georgian does have a ton of different resources. I think that one of the challenges is when you're trying to access these services is that you don't necessarily know what you're looking for because you don't know what's available. And until you actually know what we have available, it's going to be hard to know how to get the support. So on our student portal page, we actually have a student services tab. So when you log into the Georgian College website, you go to the login and you log into the student portal page. You will be able to see a tab at the top that says Student Services. When you click that button, you'll be brought to a bunch of different resources that you can use that are free to you. You've paid for a lot of these different services within your ancillary fees, whether it's student advising, tutoring, research help at the library and academic success, parking, it's international center services. There's just a ton of different resources that you can use, and they're all kind of outlined on this page. So I would recommend probably going through and reading a little bit about the services, and that way you might find that you might use some of the services, or some of them might be applicable to you, and some of them might not, and that's okay, because as long as you know that they're there, or even for a friend who might need them, right? If you're talking to a friend and you know that maybe they're struggling with something, it's good knowledge to you, because then you can support your friend that way too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And so if you click on those links, you can actually get, I'm just wondering, like, how people can actually engage with the services. So all the info there is, or the contact info is right there?
So for most pages, yes. I mean, I can speak to tutoring specifically as the tutoring advisor. When you click to tutoring, it will bring you directly to our library website. And when you're brought to our library website, you'll be able to navigate through different tabs, whether you're looking for research help, whether you're looking for math support, writing support. You're going to find that a lot of your papers are going to be, they're going to have to follow the APA format, and you might have never even heard of what that, what that even is. So you could click on the Writing Center, for example, and it would bring you to different supports that are available even through the Writing Center. So you can get support by either meeting with technologists, booking appointments ahead of time, dropping in, depending on what service you're looking to get. There's even an APA guide out there that will help you navigate some of those day-to-day questions when you're kind of going through your paper and you're like, should I be putting a comma in this spot, or should I be putting it in there? Because let's be honest, nobody wants to lose a mark for silly grammar mistakes, but they'll get you.
They do. Oh my gosh, it's so true. Well, it's good that we've got that great team to help people. So don't worry, just reach out. We're happy to help, right? So I wanted to jump in a bit more into your role as tutoring advisor. Can you tell us a bit more about tutoring? Like even just what is a tutoring session like these days, since so many of us are remote and we can't meet in person?
Yeah, so we have moved all of our tutoring services online, which actually is kind of nice because you can sit at home and you don't have to worry about coming to campus to talk to a student about, or talk to a tutor, sorry, about getting some support for your classes. So your typical tutoring session may vary depending on the course that you're in. It's all already paid in your ancillary fee, so there's no additional cost. So if you are working through an assignment, for example, and you get stuck on a question and you're like, I really can't figure out how to solve this question, our tutors can't help you with that question specifically because it's part of your assignment, but they can definitely help you understand how to solve it. So whether that's looking at some of the examples that were given in class, explaining how to go from step to step to step, especially with math questions, because math is not everybody's favorite, subject. It definitely wasn't mine. And I even use tutoring for math. So I understand the difficulties, but it's basically like this. You meet face to face. You'll chat with your tutor. You can share your screen. So if you're working on something on your computer, you'll be able to share your screen with your tutor and directly show them where it is that you're working, and maybe even say, I get how to get from this step to this step, but it's this step down here that I'm really struggling with, that I'm not really sure, how to get to that point. And the tutor can kind of direct you from that perspective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, perfect. And we've got, I see the Georgian College Library. Your number one fan is on here. I don't know if it's Gail or who's running it. It says, we are lucky to have Jake. It says, drop into one of the student system support sessions, Kelly. To a question there, I see. And we'll be able to help with registration questions. So there you go. They're happy to help. And I think it's funny because I think our library team is so funny, as well as being so helpful. And you guys have a great presence on social media, which I don't know if everyone realizes. You can see at Georgian College Library, or I believe it's just Georgian Library on Twitter. So how can our students engage with you guys on social media?
Absolutely. And I'd like to start by prefacing this, that we are not your regular library or, Georgian College account. We get it. Sometimes when you're working out you're working through a 10-page paper, sometimes you just need a break and you just want to get a laugh. Come and follow us on social media. We post tons of really good resources, information, and funny things just to help get you through the semester. In order to find our social media, you can go to our library website on the homepage, and at the bottom of all of our homepages, you'll find links to our Twitter and I believe our YouTube account as well, and Instagram. and you'll be able to connect with us directly there. So you can see that we have our Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And the other thing is if you have a question, absolutely send us a message on Instagram, send us a message on Twitter, connect with us on YouTube. You can also use the connect or contact the library and contact the academic success buttons to send us an email. Whatever way that works best for you. We love chatting and helping students. That's why we're here.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
And what I'm on right now is just library.GeorgianCollege.ca.
Yes, and there's a lot of good resources on that library homepage as well. You'll be able to find links to different, like a chat box, for example. If it's 11 o'clock at night and you're stuck with a research question, you can get help from a library technologist to get help on how to use the research databases. Or maybe it is Sunday night and you have a math question. You can go on our math question, or you can go to find the math help and meet with a math technologist on Sunday evenings. So we have we have a lot of services and they're kind of spaced out. I do know we have a lot of international students as well that watch this. So never worry about the time zones. If you find that your time zone doesn't necessarily meet what we have available, we are always happy to flex our schedule as well to make sure that we can find something that will work for you.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, I think we're going to wrap up in a minute, but do you have any final takeaways for, how you'd suggest students make the most of their studies and use those student services?
Yeah, it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier, is that you don't know how to access a service when you don't even know what you need help with. So if you're struggling with an assignment, and maybe you have a few assignments that you're really struggling with and you're not really sure how to navigate it. It could be maybe we just need to help manage the time a little bit better. Maybe we need to help connect you with a tutor. Maybe we just need to help go over some APA with you. And you don't have to go through that thought process alone. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help you navigate that system so that we can make sure that you're, number one, getting connected with the right services, and number two, that you can also pass that along to your classmates and become an all-star and a favorite.
Excellent. Everyone needs the gold star there. There you go. Well, thank you so much, Jake, for your time today and for your excellent advice. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Take care.
All right. Thanks. Take care. So thank you so much to Jake and to Aisha for joining me today. And thank you to all of you guys for taking the time to join us, for sending in your questions, your comments. Thank you to Georgian College Library for all that your love there for Jake and for your support. So we are going to be posting this live chat to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube accounts this afternoon. So if you did miss any questions, or if you want to go over anything, or share this with family, friends, feel free to grab those posts later this afternoon. And we will be back next week, actually, with another live chat on Thursday, January 21 at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that live chat is all going to be about sort of surprise, Georgian. It's a general sort of Q&A with one of our student recruitment specialists. And that, and if you have any questions about Georgian, our upcoming open house as well is coming up on Saturday, January 23. And you can ask us questions next week as well about the open house, how to apply for free, or even get a chance to win $5,000 toward your tuition, or really about anything else Georgian. So please join us again next week on Thursday, January 21st at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get in some questions then, and then feel free to even join us on the Saturday on the 23rd for our open house. So in the meantime, make sure to share this live chat with your family, your friends, bookmark it to help you throughout your winter 2021 semester. And in the meantime, just take care, everybody. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon. See you next week. Bye.